If we live in a world where our values around inclusion and participation, when we know that 60% of GDP is being driven by digital participation, and then we say that 2 billion plus people on this planet don't even have basic access,
right?
That's something we should all be outraged about, and I know it's one that we all share here. But there's 3 elements to this digital divide that we have to talk about. The first is connectivity, and it's a problem that will not be solved by market-based forces, which means we need to step in with public capital, with regulatory action, with the idea that access is a fundamental right and not something to be solved by delivering a last-mile piece of fiber or a connectivity, right? The second is a data gap that really is exacerbating inequality. The fact is the data we collect today is often the data that is commercially viable. When we look at climate and we think about global financing flows towards carbon reduction, we see that the data we have access to is what's already being collected because it leads to optimization of shipping chains or logistics. What about the pieces of data that reflect community values and community experiences of carbon emissions? We again need to step into that with multilateral institutions, with public capital, with philanthropy, to say, let's ascertain the data we should be collecting, not merely the data that we have. And the third is technical capacity. We live in a world where AI is in every headline, and we absolutely acknowledge that the vast majority of AI capacity is held in private sector tech companies. This is in and of itself a digital divide. We spend a lot of time and energy at the Patrick McGovern Foundation thinking about how we move technical capacity into communities.
Yeah.
Broad-based skilling, training programs, and creating new incentives for people to stay inside of community-oriented institutions and multilaterals instead of just signing up for that big paycheck and going to build technology for profit.